great honor to move on over to the actual business of the day, which is the presentation of the Free Enterprise Foundation Award for Ethics and Civic Responsibility. And we couldn't have had a more worthy person to get that than Mac. Now, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about Mac because I know that Hunter Howard can do a better job of that than I can. The Honorable Hunter Howard is the president of the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce. He's a homegrown boy. He loves South Carolina. He grew up here. He went to the University of South Carolina. He's an accountant by trade. He's a former legislator, spent a number of years in the legislature. He's the former director, if you will, of the Revenue Department. And he really knows Mac well. He also knows a number of my board members who have served in the past in the position that Mac had last year as chairman of the South Carolina Chamber. With that as our intro, I'd like to have Hunter take the microphone and introduce our honoree today. Oops, go for it.
Well, thank you, Robin. Let me begin by congratulating the Free Enterprise Foundation on such a wonderful occasion, and particularly on the individual that we honor here today. Mac Will and I go back a long ways, back to college days, as a matter of fact. In that time, I've been impressed, and repeatedly so, by his strong commitment to do what is right over what is popular. And that's rarely the easy road, but Mac chooses it without hesitation, especially when an important principle is involved. It was a real pleasure sharing with Mac the stewardship of the South Carolina Chamber last year as president and chief executive officer of the South Financial Group and chief executive officer of Carolina First-Banq, not to mention his many governing boards, too numerous to mention. Demands on Mac's time are tremendous, but he's a type of person who makes time for the things that are important. Things like public education, arts, scouting, and a wide range of philanthropic endeavors. He has an ability to see not only the big picture, but also how all the elements of that big picture are connected and interrelated. He helped us see that without quality education, you can't build a quality workforce. And without a quality workforce, you're hard-pressed to achieve maximum productivity and business competitiveness. And without maximum productivity and competitiveness, you cannot achieve real prosperity and a higher quality of life, and yes, a higher per capita income for the citizens of our state. Mac understands this and has leveraged his enormous success and his pristine reputation to serve as a champion for business competitiveness in South Carolina, because in the end, it is all about so much more than spreadsheets. Mac, of course, is a banker by trade. He got his undergraduate and master's degree from the University of South Carolina, and then he began his career in banking with Bankers Trust, having served 17 years in numerous roles there. But in 1986, when Bankers Trust merged with NCNB, Mac chose a less traveled road. He boldly set out and founded Carolina First in order to serve the individuals and the small and medium-sized businesses that he saw were being neglected as a result of the takeovers of South Carolina banks by larger out-of-state financial institutions. In '99, Mac founded the Carolina First Foundation to demonstrate the bank's commitment to elevate quality education in South Carolina as well as other markets that they serve. In 2003, Mac was appointed to the President's Advisory Committee on the Arts at the JFK Center for the Performing Arts in Washington. Other extracurricular and service roles that he's undertaken include participation in the South Carolina Arts Foundation, the Palmetto Business Forum, the University of South Carolina Board of Trustees, including serving for 2 years as its chairman, and the South Carolina State Museum Foundation. He's a past president of the South Carolina Bankers Association, which in 1988 named him the Outstanding Young Banker of the Year. In '93, he was named the South Carolina Entrepreneur of the Year for Financial Services, and the following year, the University of South Carolina College of Business honored him as their distinguished alumnus. And then the following year, the Greenville Urban League honored Mac with its Whitney M. Young Humanitarian Award, and then in 2003, the Blue Ridge Boy Scouts of America awarded him its Distinguished Citizen of Award. And it goes on and on. And I think we don't have time to go into all those, but it's really difficult to summarize a career of an individual with such esteem and accomplishment as Mac. But no matter how high his star may rise, he maintains steadfastly grounded in his strong values and compassion for his fellow man. As CEO of South Financial Group, he has personally ensured that their organization continues to be a leading supporter of affordable housing and minority ownership. In addition, he has been a long-standing advocate for small business and innovative new entrepreneurship, as well as for lending to agribusiness and related enterprises. During his tenure as chairman of the South Carolina Chamber last year, he guided our organization into a new mission and vision that is designed to make South Carolina a better place to work and live for all South Carolinians. And with his strong personal involvement, we had one of the most successful business legislative years in recent history, taking a major step towards a more competitive and prosperous South Carolina. Mac's not afraid to put his name on the line, to go on the record for what is right. And he's proved this time and again, weighing in publicly on important and sometimes controversial issues affecting business competitiveness. He's not just a smart, shrewd, and savvy businessman. He's also a downright gutsy guy. And he is the very best type of champion the business community and emerging entrepreneurs must have to grow and prosper. I congratulate Robin, the Free Enterprise Foundation, on the selection of Mac Whittle, and cannot think of a more deserving individual to receive the Free Enterprise Award for Business Ethics and Civic Responsibility. Now it's my pleasure to turn the podium over to Bill Finn for the actual presentation of the award. Bill.
Let me present Bill Finn, who is the chairman and CEO of Aston Johnson and is the chairman of the Free Enterprise Foundation. Bill, present that to you so that you can present it to him. Okay. Find a place for it just a minute here while I hold it. You hold it while I indeed speak here.
Thank you. It's also my pleasure to welcome you, and I can't say much more than Hunter's already said about Mac, but what I can do is also welcome his wife, Jennifer, who we are delighted to have accompany Mac today. So, Jennifer, welcome. I'm also delighted as a chairman to welcome all of you to this celebration of an outstanding South Carolina business. You've already heard about the goals and the objectives and values and hopes for our foundation, so I can't add much to what Robin said, but I am confident that if this foundation can continue to grow, and with the enthusiasm that you've seen from Robin as our leader, then we're going to have a bright and a valuable future. So, Robin, also thank you. I appreciate the support of all of you that are here today as we continue to explore and think about how we can impact positively this community in our state as Charleston's think tank. Moving on to my role here. It's really my honor today to present the Free Enterprise Foundation's first award for outstanding ethics and civil responsibility to Mac Whittle, chairman of South Financial Group. Mac, come on.
Everybody knows if I have an opportunity to make a few remarks, I won't pass it up. I did promise Mr. Berlin I would keep my remarks very short, and I will hold true to that. You raise your hand if I get a little lengthy. Hunter, thank you for the kind remarks. Interesting, the business community has got a number of issues if you read the paper, you know this year, as we do every year. And one of the gentlemen that helps me with some of these issues in my new role, not as chairman of the chamber, advised yesterday that maybe I should go to charm school. Well, my wife says charm school is not going to work. I get passionate about things, and any charm school, anything I learn in charm school will go out the window once that passion begins to take over. I want to start out by thanking the Citadel and the College of Charleston and the Medical University for this award. This is truly an honor. You're presenting it to me, but it really belongs to my troops, the guys and ladies that really, I guess, execute the values and the vision that I've been fortunate enough to help articulate for our company. So all of us know that when you're in business, you're only as good as the people that work with you and the values that they are able to transport and to transform into customers and into revenue for a company. I am a banker, as Hunter pointed out. Those of you who know anything about banking, I know there are a number of bankers in the audience. Our business for years and years and years has been built on what they call the 3 C's, the 3 C's of banking. And they have been, as you might imagine, the credit, the collateral, and the character. And we have seen in our business the character part not playing the role that it used to play. If you look at all the successful businesses in this country, you've got a banker there who had faith in the individual, believed in the character of that individual, and was able to be the financial catalyst to create the success. Whether you go to GM or any of the current companies today, that is the seed that's in each one of those companies. It's also about return on investment. We talked earlier. We have a strong belief within our company. All of my associates here know this. My wife knows this, that we need to generate a return for our shareholders, but we also need to generate a return for the people that help us be successful. And those are the communities we serve. So we are a big believer in giving back. We think that giving back our time, our energy, and our financial resources really helps us generate markets and economic development in the markets that we serve that really long-term makes our business better. You've got to put back in, it's like planning, you've got to reinvest back in if we're going to continue to grow our companies and to improve the return to our shareholders. We need to give a return to the people who help us get there. So as a result of that, we have been very generous, continue to be very generous in the markets that we serve, to the people that have really helped us get where we are. So on behalf of the South Financial Group and Carolina First Bank, I want to again say thank you very much for the award today.
To open these beforehand. You can never get them to open. You have to get them to open. Mac, would you come back for a second? We have our own logo tie. This is with the Free Enterprise Foundation, which of course is in the star there. We think that this is a fitting symbol, essentially, of our foundation, and those who wear it with pride. We hope that you will as well. We have Carolina blue for the background. We have a U.S. star, and we have the energy of free enterprise to the motion of the star. We hope that you will enjoy wearing it. Thank you very much.